Excitebike, an early NES classic. It has a charm that will always be looked at as such. So yeah, Excitebike isn't a game that hasn't aged very well. The game's playable, don't get me wrong, the graphics are pretty good for the time, and the game is controllable, if not simple. It even has a level editor, now that's way ahead of its time right there. But the thing that holds this game back is one problem. One that limits the appeal down tremendously. It's only a one-player game. No two-player at all. Well, that kinda sucks. Excitebike overall, it's a playable game, but there's little appeal for it, unless you grew up with the game or something. But in the world of today, Excitebike has turned into a series of its own, called the Excite series. There's games like Excite Truck and Excite Bots. Well, we are going to look at the ones with bike in the title, and there's 3 of them. And since I opened this video talking about the NES game, which one are we going to do next?
Excitebike 64!
Oh god. Yes, we got a sequel, or remake, or port. You can never tell because of the stupid decision of Plaster 64 at the end of the name. Now, Excitebike 64's reviews have been fully positive. We have like 89 on game rankings and stuff. But that was back in 2000. Has it aged well after 13 years? Well, I'll let you figure out that for yourself. But here's a hint for you. Of course not. Where to begin? Well, let's start about how annoying the game is. First off, the controls. They're tight, but way too tight. Whenever I make a turn, I crash. I have to like slow down first and then turn. Well, now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense to me. Because, I mean, when you're driving a car, it's the same way. It looks like they're going with a realistic approach with this one. So, with that in mind, I can kind of see what they're going with this. I don't like it. The graphics are nice, for N64 anyway, but the sound effects and music suck. The announcer never shuts up.
Is in second place.
But then again, I've heard other people who don't shut up at all. But he tells you the most pointless stuff. I don't want to know the opponent's name that's ahead of me at this moment in time. Right now I'm busy trying to get past the guy.
Jim Rivers moves up to first place. Jim Rivers with the hole shot. And it's Vicky Vicencio with the hole shot.
Shut up!
First place.
Oh, thank God for sound control. The cycle sound effects annoy me to death. And the music? It's embarrassing. Anyways, believe it or not, we actually got some 2-player features here. Stunt driving! And what else? I mean, you could have made so many features to make this worth more playing than it actually is. You could have had like a 4-player season race or something. Hell, Mario Kart 64 had let you have Grand Prix, Battle, and Versus. Yes, Mario, Versus. And that was back in 1996. 4 whole years before Excitebike 64. So what's this game excuse? Oh hey, it comes with the original Excitebike. That's 1 player only. Oh, Excitebike 64 has its own track editor like the other game, and it's easily the best part of the game. Problem is, you can only play them by yourself, unless you want to pass the controller around. I think I've pretty much covered up everything about this, so let me wrap this up. Overall, Excitebike 64 is worthless to me. Nothing makes me come back to it. Even the NES version had some charm that made me come back to it, but this has nothing to offer for me. Phew! Now that the hard one is out of the way, let's look at another sequel, remake, port, whatever. And it's the latest title yet, Excitebike World Rally, released for the Wii via WiiWare in 2009. This is what I've been waiting for. Nostalgic gameplay, catchy music, and guess what? There's even multiplayer! Online. Via Wi-Fi. Well, that's about as good as we're gonna get. Better than nothing, I suppose. The Excite series has its ups and downs, and this is the best we're gonna get out of Excitebike. Maybe one day I'll talk about Excite Truck and Excite Bots sometime, but for now, I gotta get to the finish line.